year. It's an effort to get the word out to African-American community leaders. The leadership conference, by the way, continues through this weekend at the Hotel Fort Des Moines.
Of course, most of us are looking forward to the weekend for a lot of reasons, but one reason is the weather was supposed to be a little bit nicer this weekend.
It is supposed to be.
Supposed to be. All right.
That's right, and we'll see if it stays that way. It does look like, indeed, we'll see temperatures climbing as we get through the next couple of days. Clouds will decrease tonight. That'll let us cool down fairly rapidly, about 24 overnight. Then for tomorrow, partly sunny skies. Cross your fingers for a high temperature near 47, and then around 50 or a little better for Saturday and Sunday.
I see. We're hoping for 47, right?
Yeah, 45 is the forecast, but we're hoping for 47.
All right, good enough. Thank you very much, John. You know the old question, is there a doctor in the house? Well, there is in one Missouri town. The return of a lost art, some might say, in a little bit.
But up next, the buzzing of race cars around the streets of Des Moines will be heard no more. Todd Magel will explain, coming up next.
You're watching News Channel 8, Iowa's news leader. With Kevin Cooney, Cynthia Fodor, John McLaughlin, and Heidi Soliday.
He could have anyone at all. And let's face it, why would he look at me?
Joel Siegel calls Circle of Friends a beautifully told love story. A Star is Born performance from young Minnie Driver.
You really know who you are, don't you?
Of course I do.
Time magazine calls it a joy to behold. And Siskel and Ebert give it 2 thumbs up. A marvelous romantic comedy.
Benny, you're the one. I love you. I couldn't love anyone else.
Circle of Friends, rated PG-13. Now playing in select cities. Check local listings for sneak preview Saturday.
Iowa credit unions, not-for-profit financial cooperatives owned and controlled by our members. Credit unions, for people not for profit, different from a bank. Credit unions, supporting the people and communities of Iowa. We, the people of Iowa, as members of our credit unions, wish to preserve our structure and philosophy. Iowa Credit Unions, 730,000 members strong.
Let me get this straight. I can go to Slumberland right now and save some serious money. And I won't have any payments until 1996? Is every sofa on sale? Mattresses? Even living rooms and bedrooms? Even Slumberland's never had a sale this big.
That's right. Wall-to-wall savings on everything. Plus no payments and no interest until next year. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Getting from point A to point B is not always easy. That's where the all-new GMC Jimmy comes in. With Jimmy's available push-button 4-wheel drive, 4-speed electronic transmission, 195 horsepower enhanced V6, and 4-wheel anti-lock brakes, you're sure to get there. And after all, isn't that the point? The all-new Jimmy.
Closed captioning of News Channel 8 is brought to you as a public service by KCCI and the cardiologists, surgeons, and staff at the Iowa Heart Center.
The checkered flag has gone down for the last time on the Des Moines Grand Prix. Today, organizers voted to end this 6-year racing tradition for good and declare bankruptcy.
News Channel 8's Todd Magel reports it was a reluctant but necessary decision since the race is out of money.
The Grand Prix created some spectacular pictures of downtown Des Moines seen on nationwide television. But apparently it never attracted enough local fans to make a profit. That forced the Grand Prix Board of Directors to make a painful decision.
We came to the conclusion today that we have only one recourse, and that is to throw in the towel.
Grand Prix organizers tried to sell the event to a Wisconsin-based promoter in hopes of at least one more race, but there is no room in this summer's busy downtown schedule, so the deal fell through. That means private creditors who are owed at least $400,000 must now line up in bankruptcy court. And metro governments who loan money are not in any better shape.
Basically, that would be our responsibility to pay off that $750,000. And again, it's spread among 9 communities. We have pledged hotel-motel tax proceeds, so fortunately we don't have property tax dollars committed to pay off that loan.
Racing backers say the races were never failures because they brought so much national attention to Des Moines. Still, they're sad to see the tradition end.
I think the event was just a great event for the community, and there were so many people who spent so many hours and so many volunteers and the board who worked so hard, and I know they're all terribly disappointed.
But not all city leaders are shedding a tear.
No, I'm not, because what it means is we can put our police back out on the streets arresting speeders and catching dope fiends and people like that. There comes a time when you lose money, forget it.
Like it or not, race organizers say the only way another Grand Prix will race through downtown Des Moines streets is if another major sponsor comes up with money to foot the bill. And so far, there are no takers. Todd Magel, News Channel 8.
Now, the board says it will begin to sell off many of its assets, like those 8,000-pound concrete barricades, to help pay off the race debt. Well, topping news from around the world tonight, the question of a government cover-up.
It involves U.S. intelligence agents and whether they destroyed certain files about a 1990 slaying of an American in Guatemala. President Clinton is promising a complete investigation of the case. Here's what's all involved. There are allegations that U.S. agents tried to conceal evidence a Guatemalan colonel, Julio Alvarez, was responsible for the death of a Guatemalan leader, Efrain Bamaca Velasquez. A New York Times report says after President Bush cut off aid to Guatemala's military following the murder of an American innkeeper, the CIA continued to funnel in as much as $7 million a year, even after President Clinton took office. The Clinton administration's don't ask, don't tell policy on gays in the military took a hit in the courts today. A New York judge has ruled the policy is discriminatory and violates free speech. The don't ask, don't tell policy prohibits officers from asking recruits about sexual orientation. But the court says it's just a cover for discrimination. The Justice Department says it still supports the Clinton policy and will continue to defend it.
In the O.J. Simpson trial, most of the day was taken up by a DNA evidence hearing after jurors were sent home. Defense attorneys are trying to limit what prosecutors can tell the jury about possible DNA matches. Meantime, a witness has surfaced who apparently says he saw Simpson reach into a duffel bag near a trash can at the Los Angeles airport. No surprise to anyone, the Pennsylvania Senator Arlen Specter announced he's running for president. He says he will support Republican values and fight for basic freedoms, including a woman's right to an abortion. Specter will make a stop here in Des Moines at the Botanical Center Saturday morning at 10:30.
Now back to John McLaughlin, who, as we heard earlier, is trying to squeeze every possible degree out of the forecast.
And can you blame him?
Right?
Yeah, we're going upward tomorrow, but downward tonight as skies slowly start to break up across southwest and central Iowa tonight. We'll see temperatures dipping into the teens and low 20s. We'll check the forecast when we come back.
John McLaughlin has been awarded the National Weather Association's seal of approval for excellence in television weathercasting.
Dial Norwest. If you need a loan, dial Norwest. Just pick up the phone for a brand new kitchen or a dream vacation. Call 1-800-2-NORWEST.
Getting a loan at Norwest is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
First, dial 1-800-2-NORWEST.
Answer a few questions and get an answer in an hour.
If approved, your check will be mailed in 24 hours.
At 1-800-2-NORWEST.
Pontiac Grand Am is making news in 1995.
And it's fun and exciting at a great price.
Now buy the 1995 Pontiac Grand Am for only $14,339.
That's less than Honda and Toyota. It's even less than Nissan Altima.
Grand Am is loaded with driver's side airbag, anti-lock brakes, air cassette, and more.
Buy the Pontiac that's making headlines. Buy Grand Am today.
See your Golden Circle Pontiac dealer.
Tonight, Dave welcomes Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Just the greatest bodybuilder ever lived.
Plus, the greatest dog ever lived.
Hey, America, we got us a wonder dog.
Burlington Coat Factory is opening a new superstore right here in Des Moines. I'll tell you, the savings are incredible. Look, designer dresses, sportswear.
A terrific men's department.
Great kids' clothes. The best baby furniture. Designer sheets and towels. Thousands of coats, jackets, raincoats, leathers. They've got the latest fashions at the lowest prices in town.
Burlington Coat Factory, they're more than raincoats.
This News Channel 8 weather forecast is sponsored by Concert.
They said one soybean herbicide to control my toughest weeds.
Tell that to my lamb's quarters.
Try Concert for tough broadleaf control you can believe in. Call for proof.
They said I wouldn't have to pay for extra weed control. Now who's crying wolf?
Try Concert for tough broadleaf control you can believe in. Call for proof.
28 degrees last night. Looks like we could fall a few degrees below that tonight. Let's check the current conditions right now. 33 degrees both downtown and the airport. Cloudy skies, westerly winds today, wind chill factor of 23 degrees. Dew point is at 21. 61% humidity, steady barometer now at about 30.19. Across Iowa tonight, some clearing starting across far southwestern Iowa right now. Temperatures there will be in the teens, low to mid-20s across eastern Iowa, and a light west to northwest wind at about 5 to 10. Tomorrow, again, light winds with some sunshine finally breaking through the clouds. We should see temperatures moderating to around the upper 40s across the west, the low to mid-40s back to central and eastern Iowa. At this hour, 31 for both Ames and Fort Dodge. Council Bluffs, 25 degrees with skies starting to break up there. 32 right now in Lamoni, 34 in Ottumwa, 38 the high today in Des Moines. Little summer photo for you here, a weather shot sent in by Carolyn Guay of Perry. And we'll use this background for some lightning safety rules. Remember that lightning is present in all thunderstorms, so even if the storm is many miles from you, there's a possibility of a lightning strike. Stay low if you're caught outside, but don't lay on the ground. Cars are a good place to be, but do not touch the metal frame that surrounds you. And convertibles, not a good place to be, obviously. Lightning victims are safe to touch, so if you happen to be out with someone who happened to be hit by lightning, administer CPR immediately. The shock leaves their body within just a few milliseconds. So pay attention to those lightning safety rules. Northwestern flow continues in the upper atmosphere tonight, so some moisture coming on in along with some scattered low cloudiness. We're starting to see a little bit of a breakup right in here across southwest Iowa on into Nebraska. But right now the chilly air will continue on northerly winds. Tomorrow winds will start to shift back out of the south as an area of high pressure starts to drift into Iowa, and we'll see a moderation of temperatures off to the west, mainly in the 50s, but to the north and east of us, 40s will be the main story. Rain continuing from Florida across the Gulf Coast into North Texas. The forecast for Des Moines and central Iowa for tonight: decreasing clouds, 24 degrees, west-northwesterly winds 5 to 10. Tomorrow with partly cloudy skies, light winds, mainly northwesterly at about 47 degrees for the high. Yeah, maybe. Friday night, mostly cloudy skies, light northwest winds, and about 35.
That's better.
And let's really go for it on Saturday with partly cloudy skies and back into the low 50s, which is still just a bit below normal. The extended outlook, however, is not real promising. After a nice day Sunday, cooler again for the start of next week. Oh, that's while the chance for rain.
But we were saying earlier, the sunshine makes a great deal of difference.
That is true. That's the best medicine.
All right, thank you, John.
Well, speaking of medicine, the doctor is in.
Even if you're at home, the lost art of house calls is revived in one Missouri town. We'll show you that next.
At Anglo International, we feel it's your right to know what's going on in the world. Diamonds are an international commodity, and for every combination of cut, colour, clarity and carat weight, the 4 C's, there's a corresponding 5th C, wholesale cost. At Anglo International, we'll explain the facts about diamond grading and sell you a diamond based on the industry's confidential price list.
4045 Merle Hay Road on the 2nd floor of the Hawkeye Bank building next to Baker's Square.
A lot of places seem to think a good value just means a low price. I think it's only a value if it tastes good. That's why we make things fresh on Wendy's 99-cent Super Value menu.
Right now, you can choose Wendy's 99-cent old-fashioned country fried steak sandwich. It's lightly breaded, cooked to a golden brown, and served with lettuce and mayonnaise. And where else but Wendy's can you enjoy your country fried steak with a Caesar side salad, baked potato, or even a Frosty for just 99 cents each on Wendy's Super Value menu.
Better food makes it a better value.
Because it's made from recycled paper, Green Forest is softer on nature and softer on your bottom. Cheeky.
Folks, Stivers Lincoln Mercury is now offering a unique opportunity for the used car buyer. For a limited time, special purchase, almost new, 94 Mercury Sables, starting at $12,988. Folks, that's over $3,800 below the suggested selling price. Again, proving at Stivers Lincoln Mercury, price sells cars. We're downtown and on the Merle Hay Auto Mile.
Stivers Lincoln Mercury.
I wonder what we're having tonight.
Now, what do you think we're having tonight?
Beans?
Yeah, beans. We're having beans.
Gentlemen, the beans are served.
To make an ordinary meal a little more special, just serve it with Italiano bread.
Here's to you, Cookie. Bon appetito, boys.
I'll be dipped.
You don't have to be eating Italian to enjoy Italiano. And you'll enjoy it even more with a special price this week at Hy-Vee.
Well, if you ask the question, is there a doctor in the house in Fordland, Missouri, the answer is probably yes.
A physician who makes house calls is a vanishing breed. You just don't see them anymore until now. Polly Van Doren shows us.
Okay, we're set.
It's another day at the office for Dr. Gary Farmer, but this medical practice is different. It goes to the patients.
Hello.
Hi. 101-year-old Lena Conley has a foot ailment.
Oh, yeah, that's looking much better.
Lena grew up in a time when doctors who made house calls were the norm.
Well, Dr. Fulbright brought me into the world, and that's way back yonder.
For patients like Lena, a trip to the doctor's office can be difficult. Now she doesn't have to leave her Fordland home to get medical care.
All doctors ought to come to your house.
Since Farmer opened his practice a few months ago, he's learned there's a great need for this kind of care.
You really have to be prepared. You don't know what you're going to find when you open the door.
Patients like Vanna Smith are glad they can stay home and avoid the 30-minute drive to Springfield.
It puts your mind at ease because you know he's close and he will come if you can't get to him. He is so good and so patient with his patients. It's remarkable.
And Farmer says helping people is what led him to become a doctor.
People that are too ill to come in and would normally, their alternative would be to call an ambulance and go to the emergency room.
And so, as Capitol Hill debates the complex future of health care, a reminder of its much simpler past is alive and well in the Ozarks. I'm Polly Van Doren reporting for CBS News.
Well, round 2 of the playoffs began tonight for the Des Moines Bucks.
Heidi will have all the highlights when we return.
They say seeing is believing. And if you come into your local Ford dealer and test drive the all-new Windstar, you'll soon believe it has things your family just can't do without, like 4-wheel anti-lock brakes, front-wheel drive, dual airbags, and the most cargo room. Plus, once your family sees just how practical it is, with things like headphone jacks, the lowest step-in height, 24-hour roadside assistance, and an incredibly low price of $19,500, they'll not only believe the new Windstar is worth seeing, but worth having.
It's Yonkers Customer Appreciation Sale. This Friday and Saturday, take advantage of prices that we've lowered and lowered and lowered again throughout all Yonkers stores. Save 20, 30, 40, even 50%. Plus, take an additional 20% off all regular sale and clearance items. Save up to 60% just in time for Easter. Opens Friday 10 a.m., Saturday 8 a.m. with deferred billing.
Customer Appreciation Day is a day in which we say thank you to our customers.
Save Friday and Saturday only.
At Manufacturer's Furniture Showroom, all the furniture you buy today could be free forever. This is Sid Hoffman with a spectacular announcement. If it rains as little as 1 inch on Easter, all the sale price furniture you buy today is absolutely free. If it rains 1 inch or more between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Easter, everything you buy before 9 p.m. April 10th costs you nothing. It's guaranteed. Register for free prizes. Grab your umbrellas. If it rains, your super deal is free from Manufacturer's Furniture Showroom.
Tonight's News Channel 8 Sports is sponsored by Best Buy.
The world-famous Apollo Theater. That's the heart and soul of Harlem. When you came to see a show years ago, you got a show.
Everybody that's somebody started from the Apollo Theater. Al Calloway,
James Brown,
Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday,
Jackie Wilson. Absolutely, this is the place to be.
If you missed them at the Apollo, find them at Best Buy, where you'll find thousands of CDs for under $10. Some places are known for great music.
Things are looking up just a little bit in the baseball strike tonight.
It almost kind of depends on who you're talking to, the players or the owners. Acting Baseball Commissioner Bud Selig hopes that the owners will have a response tomorrow to the players' counter-proposal delivered to management tonight. Meanwhile, Players Union head Donald Fear feels that the two sides have nearly reached closure on some major issues. Fear added that this could mean a resolution is much closer. The Des Moines Buccaneers started the USHL semifinals where they left off in the first round. A win. Tonight the Bucs hosted Dubuque. Des Moines with plenty of offense in the first. This is Jeff Bennett skating across the crease for the goal. The Bucs up 4-0 after one. Midway through the second period, the Bucs finally make good when Brad Timmons knocks it in on the rebound. And after 2 periods, it was Bucs 6, Fighting Saints nothing. The final, Bucs 7-0. The second game is Saturday night in Des Moines. In the NCAA Final Four of hockey, Maine outlasted Michigan in triple overtime 4-3, and it was Boston U over Minnesota 7-3. These games taking place in Providence. Athletes such as gymnasts, baseball players, and golfers are feeling much better tonight in Ames. The Iowa State University student government has voted to give those athletes a break. The government approved a student fee increase of $5 per semester. That adds up to about $250,000 and is enough right now to stave off any athletic department cuts. News Channel 8 Sports visited the Cyclones baseball practice this afternoon and got Coach Bobby Randall's reaction.
I think they're telling the administration that everything isn't a dollars and cents thing. You know, that there are consequences to decisions if you make them strictly on dollars and cents where people get hurt. So we're happy and we're pleased, and now we're a little bit, we want to know what the future holds.
College basketball's Final Fours are taking place this weekend. The women's semis begin at 11 o'clock Saturday morning in Minneapolis. The men take over at 4 o'clock from Seattle. All the games are on News Channel 8. Michael Jordan has had one day off since scoring 55 points against the Knicks. So how did he do tonight at home against Boston? First, this is Chicago's Scottie Pippen going coast to coast for the slam over Dino Raja. Pippen with 17 points and 6 assists tonight. But Michael Jordan was high man. Here